good evening, this is Just a Human, and welcome to the grand finale of a Roxolani female-only campaign. And you join us up here in the north where, well, of course, the Sassanids need to go down. And we brought along a ballista chariot army. This lad over here, Atheas, gets to have the honour, the great honour of leading this army into battle. I'm hoping this force over here doesn't have too many horse archers, because they're going to murder us quite badly, but we'll see about that. This is not a particularly efficient way of battling, but it is quite fun, so of course we'll be doing that before long. We also have some of the other forces around here of our, well, some of our other chariots, some of the elephants, some more elephants coming up in reserve. They're going to go head over to the Kasan Mate over there. We need to take that down too, of course. This should be quite an action-packed turn, actually, because up in the northeast we have, oh yes, we look at the executioner, the man who went on his great journey, travelled all the way across from the western corner of the Sahara with his great wife, our faction leader, and they led themselves all the way to the far corner of the earth, to Campus Sakai. So we'll head in here soon enough. There are no walls. This is the most pathetic little town in the corner of the world. We brought along elephants and nothing else. The garrison's just waiting to go and walk into the town when we're done. But yes, that part of the world is looking thoroughly complete at this stage. Soon to die, I suspect, at 72 years old. But luckily, the job seems to just about be done. As for religion, I have decided to convert all of this territory, so it's all currently very unhappy. I have renamed Artazata over here because I keep seeing this name as a Hatilda, so I've decided to call this Matilda. So there we are, that is now the city of Matilda, and hopefully we won't get mass rioting and rebellions from all of the conversions, but I decided I'll convert them all at once, hopefully with some of these pagans helping to convert it. We've even got actually a pagan assassin over here, so they do sometimes get that trait to help you with your conversions. Otherwise, this part of the world is looking pretty quiet, of course. Over here at Colonia Dacia, it's rebel. The Sassanids failing to take it, and try as I might, the assassin armies have not yet managed to make anything rebel. This has been rebelling for a few turns now, about 3 or 4 turns on from last episode. Everything is destroyed about as much as I possibly can. That has been rebellion before. It should be gone. 35%. I've just killed the factionaire in here. I think I killed about 4 of my assassins trying, but we got him, damn it. So, yeah, nothing else I can burn down. 35%. 3 spies is as many as will do anything to these towns, by the way. So we'll see. 80% actually. I can probably grab one of these then. And oh, I'm not sure we can quite make it now I mention it. So that's a bit of a shame. Oh well, it's fine. We'll see if we will burn any of those down in the in-between turns. We're also doing it over here, 90% at that region. As for the rest of the Romans, I don't know that we plan to take anything else. I have offered a ceasefire, they won't take it. My only real target is potentially over here to take Massilia, if only just to grab that final kind of corner of Italy and maybe just stand on the bridge of ballistas forevermore. That might well be what we decide to do. So the army of Ravenna, oh god, Ravenna. Okay, Tigranes are excellent. Tigranes the Great of Armenia can come and save us. Okay, well, no one survived. We can rename this the city of Paula, to be fair, after that great axe woman who somehow charged off the last of the invaders, so Paula can have that city. And Ren can be the city of Ham Ham, because why not? Our horse archers have done some heavy lifting during this campaign. Let's get Ham Ham fully represented there. We might not be seeing too many horse archers today, because we will of course be sending more and more of our stupid units out and about into the world. On that note, we do have a few more units over here. There's some blister chariots on that boat already. We're going to send this fleet along to go and just deal with the Berbers, because sod the Berbers. We might deal with the Romans if I feel like it, but to be honest, I just feel like kind of having something to do in this part of the world. On that note, I think probably the last thing to mention before we get jumping into battle is over here, which is our factionaire. Might use the Handsome, who, as you might well remember, is I think the child of Buerka, our legendary leader who led himself across the Sahara. Now, okay, Madius hasn't gone all that way, but Madius has been Alexandria, kind of picking up some general traits, incredibly perfect and filthy minded, but in rude health and an interesting chap. The most beautiful man for the most beautiful of princesses, of course. And Madius the Handsome is going to head off in the opposite direction. We'll see if we can fulfill that. So it might just be that he goes and takes some of these Berber territories. But actually, yeah, maybe this boat should actually be sending this army down here. Imagine the Handsome can finish that job over in Tingi, because at least it's the other side of Africa. Maybe we'll have to send him to Ireland just to fulfill the circle there. I don't know. We'll see about that in time. To start off with, though, we've got 2 battles that are ready to go. We have the Ballista Chariot here, but let's warm it up with a slightly simpler affair, and one which will, I mean, no doubt will win, but let's complete this journey before Boeka kicks the old metaphorical bucket. So let's head on into battle. A simple enough speech there, and some interesting glitchy sprites in the distance. Well, that's intriguing. Okay, so we have ourselves some nomad cavalry over here to deal with. We've got such a basic little town here to take out. I think Boeka will be absolutely fine. And you know what? Even if he dies in this battle, it's fine. He's made it all of this way. And yes, good old home territory of Boeka. What he's always dreamed of. It's Boeka's dream. We'll name it something along those lines in a minute when we actually get here. So we'll send him over to do some horse archery at these. But oh yes, these are the rebels of Bakayo Saka. Oh, might have to rename it Bakayo now. Anyway, we have elephants coming on in. One day they'll arrive and they can hopefully do some good ploughing. That would be magnificent. Ah, good. The horses are coming in to die. Excellent stuff. The elephants are here. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Not the best charge in the world, but I think the general isn't going to last too long in this particular scenario. So, yeah, get on top of these and shred. Okay, nice stuff. Elephants as ever, doing some good work. That'll be the general gone. Let's just make sure our general's okay. Yeah, just shooting down the spearmen, that's okay for the time being. The warlord flees. Nothing. Worth nothing. Okay, excellent stuff. So yeah, the spearmen are just chasing the general out of the town right now, as you might well expect. Let's go and send in the elephants to finish off this next unit. Alani horse archers. A bit of damage onto the elephants. I think we might have got ourselves shot down once or twice. Unlike the arrows to do too much damage with horse archers. It's the regular foot archers that are more of an issue because they have the flaming arrows, and actually the javelin men are really what get the elephants. Oh! Down he goes! He made it all the way here, and then he didn't skirmish for some unbeknown reason. I think he just got caught in the corner here. That's hilarious. He just stood there. I think he knew he'd made it all this way and it was time to go. He wanted to lay rest here. Okay, well, bodyguard, it's time for you to finish the job. Get in there and avenge. We don't actually see this unit in hand-to-hand too often. They're quite light, really, but they do chase people down very nicely with the bow and arrow as well. Excellent stuff. Elephants have pretty much cleared the plaza, by the way. Job is done. Ah, oh, Boeka. He chose to go down there. That wasn't even anything... Yes, that wasn't even anything like heroic. He just stood there and waited for it to happen. No. We take the last of the men. But we will name this in your honour. And your wife will mourn your passing, of course. But, yeah, there he lies. Great adventurer has fallen. But it is the way that they chose to go. And really, what more can we ask? Clear victory then, and in the end, plenty of casualties inflicted. And one has been healed. Ah, his wife might have been taken down as well, but no, she's back up on a horse. Confirmation then that Boeka is not the one who managed to recover from their wounds. We will exterminate the people for their disgraceful behaviour. And, okay. So, Boeka. Campus. Boeka's Rest. There we are. I can't do apostrophes, so I'm afraid there is no possessive apostrophe here. It's just a disgrace. And in honour of Buyuka, we'll have a shrine to pie, because we all need some pie in our world. So there we are. That is Buyuka's journey over after all of that, obviously. Horse archers can't make it. Oh, this one can. So we'll send you in there. You can go and look after the town. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean we don't have anyone to lay the watchtower down in this part of the world now. Bit of a shame. It does mean, though, that Mudgy is the handsome. Yes, a new supreme leader who's in rude health. And actually, to be honest with you, might be in trouble if I'm not careful, because, yeah, he's heading over to Leptis Magna. We are going to have to do some fighting there, so we'll see how that goes. Next up, though, of course, we do the Ballista Chariot Army. We got to take on Ares, the god himself. Okay. He's a calm, tedious speaker. Oh, I wish we had his speech at the start. That'd be fun. Zoroastrian, nothing too interesting there. As for the army, there are some archers, but actually it's not many horse archers, a few slingers as well. We'll ballista them all to utter oblivion. Hopefully the general can pick up some of the slack behind. We do have a trusty steed. Extra speed for our cavalry. Perfect. Pet line. Send it into battle, sir. And engineer. Fond of robot rhymes. Likes a flutter. Well, we're taking a gamble on this battle. Let's head on in. I think this might be a day for the V formation. So V for victory, and the ballistas will just start shooting on in from all the angles. Oh yeah, that's what we want to see. Absolutely. Sending them flying. Oh, it's great. We don't even need to worry about the archers, really. There aren't enough of them. We'll just shoot them all down. Okay, archers are coming forward, so we should aim for them if at all possible, guys. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, maybe just make sure we are aiming for them, because we do need them to go down first and foremost. Okay, that's absolutely wonderful. So yeah, some archers are going to get some shots away. Don't like that at all. But now, they're not going to be liking it either, because here come all the missiles. Smashy, smashy, smashy. Yeah, ballista armies. Absolutely magnificent, especially against a particular force that we're facing here today. We can go in skirmish against these Kurdish javelin men. Maybe run from the Kurdish javelin men, actually, guys. Don't, girls. Please run. Please run. Yeah, you can see that we are losing a number of them, but that is just to be expected, sadly. Okay, get ourselves moving on that flank. This flank's a little bit more complicated, so we'll just grab this one over here. Hopefully there'll be more battles to do with this particular force. Normally with this particular style of army, though, you do tend to you tend to take some casualties, let's just put it that way. And there is a slight problem of trying to like re-heal them, so we'll see if we get the opportunity to do that. You just run forward, general, start chasing them down. You just, I'm going to tell them to it melee, but that's only because they actually just charge. All of these, they're running for the hills in case you didn't hear already, so we're just going to run on forward, and of course, yeah, we will do an awful lot of damage as we go. So we'll just get ourselves into position. Oh yeah, ballistas, actually you can just keep going. Oh, these are just the most fun unit ever. Absolutely glorious. Why don't they get dull? Why don't they get dull? If you do face an army with plenty of horse archers, you are going to die a very painful death, by the way. But if you don't, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll slaughter them. Send the general in just to mop up, by the way. Probably, actually, maybe not. Maybe not actually, general. Just realised ballistas are going to be painful for you. We'll just do what we can. There's the victory. This has been a hunt for a while, sir. Very much. I wouldn't even call them cowards. I think it's perfectly reasonable behaviour, considering the circumstances. So yeah, we'll just ballista them to death. The only thing is, because we mostly take missile damage, we do have a chance of more than average casualty healing. So we'll see about that in a moment, but we won't bother chasing them down. You can do some bit of hand-to-hand with them, but not an awful lot. They're all dead. Crushed. There is no more to kill. heroic victory. The game does not think with this amount of numbers that you should be able to win like this. But we'll just watch some of the blue corpses across the screen here. Oh, lovely. Okay, so how are we actually looking? Healed. Yeah, a few healed. 8 healed there, 2 healed there. Not bad. I mean, that we do get ourselves historic battle on the map. That's nice to see. We'll get ourselves straight. Actually, can we just... Oh, we can't get to him. That's such a shame. Okay, trait increase, bit of extra command on you. So we'll just merge them up. We'll merge them up. It's absolutely fine. So we've lost, yeah, 4 units worth there straight away. But we do have a spare one coming on in straight away in reserve. And we'll send some of these chariots down here as well. Basically, chariots agog. So. We have a couple of units here just to push the ram, as you might well recall. You mentioned last time. Good old bloodshed over here. Gonna come on in. We've got more armies to take on, by the way. So, we have more work to do in that part of the world. But I think in general, it's probably time to end our turn. Well, I have a huge pile of civil disorder, and yeah, let it be known that if anything of mine rebels, I hate the game because it's taken this long. Although it has finally happened, we've managed to get a rebellion at Conundum. Okay, very nice stuff. Now they've got an awful lot to deal with there, but I will just start sending people off to the next towns instead, just to make sure we can get some of those issues over the line. Very nice indeed. Okay, that at least clears up that bit of the border just a tiny bit. You know what, we will just stand there because that way you can see down that road. Okay, Mr. Assassins, we have some work to do. We're going to do a little bit of murder if possible just to get some training done. But how are we looking over here? Oh yeah, rioting. They've got 1 pack of peasants, but that's all they can build because I've burnt everything down. They're going to try and get their buildings back, but they just can't pull it off. Oh, it's absolutely marvellous. And a Queen Kim, unfortunately, this is too many units. I can't quite get that to turn. But the rebellion of one region might just trigger the rebellion of another. So I'll get working on all of those. We'll start moving our units around. The Berbers, by the way, when I said to stop the Berbers, I could see that they had an army moving towards me. So that was in part why I was anticipating their attack and just going to basically circumnavigate them. So that's what we're going to do over here with this force. Send them over there and we'll hunt them down. Actually, we might send a more dull army down there. We'll just send some of the basic infantry down there, but we'll keep some of the other units for that kind of for the kind of nonsense over in the west, because we do want to send, yes, Magis to go and deal with that. This army seems to have bypassed us. I'm happy just ignoring it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to grab just one more ballista. I don't want to leave that place defenseless, but we will yeah, go and add an extra boat on. That'll be fine, and we'll get him moving around. Well, on the intern, the new army wants to take us on. They clearly haven't heard the tales, or they don't believe them, because we're going to melt you, sir. Okay, what have they brought along? Any archers? 1 unit of archers, a few remains of some other missile units. Javelin men probably aren't going to get close enough for it to matter about. Slingers, just need to keep an eye on. General does have some missiles, of course. I think we've got this, but let's head on once again. I was planning to V-formation them, but to be honest, I don't think I have a big enough line. I think I need the extra 4 units to pull that off, so we're just going to get going this way instead, actually. So, ballista. You got... Oh, they do have this problem, the chariot ballistas, whereby, yeah, they just decide rather than just have 2 chariots with people on the back, they've just got 4 empty chariots. So you can just withdraw. There's no need of you even being here. Quite frankly, you are a waste of my time. So these ones do need... For Pete's sake, they've been cleared off immediately. Okay, this can happen. This totally can happen. All right, let's just pull back here. Pull back. I need to deal with these. Can't just do this in a straight line. I need to deal with these cavalry, these Kabinari, who are really, really painful for me, actually. So let's just get ourselves out of you. I don't want you to be in this stupid formation. Okay, fine. Everyone just aim at them as much as possible. That'll be absolutely fine. Just take out these 2 goddamn units who are causing us all the trouble. You do want to skirmish, by the way, so anytime you want to move, that'd be perfect. We are going to shred them, but they are going to do a lot of damage to us with their missiles in the meantime. So let's just take care of the cavalry, please. Please just deal with them. Okay, you shoot into those camels. You deal with them, and you are in trouble. Okay, I think we'll be okay when we deal with these, but this is a classic issue, really, of this kind of thing, whereby, oh yeah, we just kind of lack numbers. Very quick to be shot down in these nonsense armies. Okay, so I think we've somewhat recovered from that start there. We just need to get everyone into some kind of a position, and from here we should be able to, General, just get yourselves behind the line, start shooting them down. So there's some javelin men, peasants. We do have plenty of missiles, by the way. Also, you pick up experience incredibly quickly because for the amount of troops we have, they are losing theirs stupidly quickly. So yeah, we are going to rip them apart. Javelinmen, 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 levy spearmen, levy spearmen. Not worried about any of those units. We will do a bit of natural skirmishing, that's fine. Archers are still at the back. That's fine by me. They can stay out of the way for as long as possible as far as I'm concerned. So these guys are going to continue. Why are you letting them get so close? Panic by artillery fire. So they should be. So they should be. Okay, we're doing a good job here. Just clearing them out. This unit's about to be done. So I'm just going to get everyone to move. Come on, finish up levy spearmen. I want to be information, damn it. Okay. As we know, these are fun, but they're not necessarily as OP as you might think, simply because their numbers are so small and they're so vulnerable, it's ridiculous. But we are basically going to shred them all. I think we're absolutely fine at this point. Aim into that general as much as possible. Steve just went flying across the screen there. Anyone who's got a shot at the general should be shooting at the general, by the way, and that's most of you in the centre. So onwards bound, homeward bound, and we're just slightly over the peak of the hill for some of these, but shots going right by the general's head right now. All of his friends going down. They've got the shot. You've got the shot right there. Take him out. He's down to 13. Somehow he's still fighting, still shooting us down. Oh, I think we just hit the general and he didn't die. Might have been a puff of dirt just in front of him there. I don't mind, by the way, not paying attention to the battle right now because we are effectively just going to skirmish them. Head for the hills. Indeed, so they did. Okay, get everyone just to chase after that general. Everyone flying forward now. Fly forward. Oh dear, this could be very interesting for my general, actually. Let me get the general just to fall back a moment. He can chase properly once they've got ahead. That's absolutely fine. Okay, everyone get moving. The ballista chariots don't seem to hit themselves so much, but certainly they will hit your other units. You can see some of them are going down. They generally don't do a terrible job of not killing themselves, but we will see some of them die. That is absolutely fair. Legit or quit, you know, legit or quit. So we'll speed this up, see if we can catch the general. Doesn't look like it, to be honest, but we'll do whatever damage we can. The general just about creeps over the line, the lucky cretin. Okay, fine. I might turn missiles off at this point because I think it is largely suicide for our units. So yeah, we'll get the rest of them mopped up. We'll get this sped up. And okay, you can see there's some of the dangers here. There are enough missile cavalry for us to deal with there, whereby we really struggled to just mop them up at the very start there. But you can shred them. As long as you get the skirmishing right, you'll be absolutely fine. And 60 kills is actually quite a lot to our army, but that amount, that is brutal. I think this might just be the big one at Campus Salamate over here. I sent my ballista army to come and join us just in case this kind of a battle came up. And okay, they've decided to attack my, well, not quite normal army, is it? It's pretty much chariots and elephants, a few of our horse paulers and some Amazon infantry. So hey ho, that should be interesting. But yeah, the reinforcement army is the ballista army. I'm going to allow that to be controlled by the AI because that just sounds hilarious. They've got Baha over here, who dislikes their pagan ways and dislikes the Christians as well. Just dislikes everything. Miserable bastard. Ares, who we've already tried to kill a couple times, is now uncomfortable around Nomads. Should be uncomfortable around Ballistas, because yes, the this other army back here. Yes, he's the one who was chasing down Ares before, so he's not in the battle. He didn't make it there. As for this guy, we do some more Clibinari. They're going to be tough to kill. There's a faction leader as well. Again, dislikes the pagan ways, but untouched by fear. Being in the wars doesn't matter when you get ballisted, to be honest. But yes, interesting one. -1 morale there. So they have some interesting units, some good ones. It should be one hell of a battle. Here we are then on a beautiful battlefield, fairly open to be honest, but a nice little rock formation for infantry to sit. I'm not really going to do anything with them. It's going to be very cavalry heavy today. So reinforcements galore. There are some behind us from the city, of course, but more importantly, I've got my little hit squad over here. So let's grab our archers here. Lovely stuff. Yeah, we're going to move them into that kind of a position. Hit squad, get yourself out to the flank. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, elephants. To be honest, I reckon you can do a pretty nice job just going straight on in. So, get the elephants moving. Going to clear out this army nice and quick, I would think. Yeah. They want to come and deal with the camels, that's fine by me. And to be honest, we're all just going to plough into them. So, as we know, the camels are going to get absolutely murdered by the headhunting maidens. They might be camels, we might be horses, but axes are going to chunk through them like a knife through butter. Oh yes, the hot knife has absolutely shredded the butter, and my days, there's nothing left of this army already because the elephants and the chariots have gone. Everyone into that general because, yeah, that general's kind of already gone, isn't he? I think so. So I think we'll just pause a sec. Let's just get the chariot set up, shall we? Let's just get the chariot set up. Chariot set up for the next bit. Elephants, again, likewise, just get yourselves ready for the next part of this battle. Let's just let the headhunting maidens do their job, which is to take out the immortal, okay? So that'll be them dealt with. Fine by me. Everyone get yourselves ready into position. It's fine by everything as far as I'm concerned. Okay, and now he's running away. Not surprising. And the chariots listened to what I actually said. It wasn't Axe who did it in the end, I think. So excellent stuff. Yeah, chariots, do what I'm asking you to, you numpties. Fine, and with that, that part of the battle is very much done. So there are my ballistas, by the way. AI controlled ballistas. This could go very wrong, but also it's not going to be much more together than me because, to be honest, I'm just going to cause chaos. Okay, what I do want to do is make sure that we have this all dealt with before they run away. So, sadly, the Amazons are probably not going to prove to be very helpful up there, even though they've actually got a much nicer angle than they did previously. Let's get some of these into this flank. Headhunting maiden straight at the Clibinari, and you just all pile into here. I'll work it out inside, I guess. It's absolutely fine. Okay, let's just go piling forward. This flank's being dealt with by them, so I'm going to ignore it entirely. They don't seem too confident about this situation, and so they shouldn't, to be honest. They should be fleeing back to that city while they have the chance. But they're not doing that, are they? No, they're not. Here comes the mounted Paulers straight into action with the axe. And as we know, I mean, I'm really blown away by how good these are against the axes, against these Clibinari. It's actually insane. Now, we might actually get picked up a little bit by javelins and some of the infantry behind because there's lots of Kurdishmen and all of that stuff. But in come the chariots. Oh, yeah. Just send the chariots all the way through to the rear there. We are losing a little bit of our Paulers. Are they broken with all of the nonsense going on? That's a shame, but I think the job is mostly getting there. Mostly getting there. Elephants, 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 elephants. They're doing their job. Where am I? Where are the ballistas, by the way? I think the ballistas might have been causing us some problems to our own units. I don't know. Most of the chariots are gone now as well. That's fine. You stay on the hill. Stay on the hill. Elephants are gone as well. All sorts of chaos and nonsense. Alright, well, it seems like we've got a lot of units routed at this stage. Let's just kind of get my... oh, that's the Clibinari. Okay, yeah, just get them into him. Get them into him. Get them into him. He needs to go. Now, they're just routing rather than actually... Yeah, rather than running a mark. That's good to know. That could cause us problems. Right, Clibinari are much stronger than my general, so I'm just going to keep us in a fairly sensible position. We've got so many routes going on and running amok that I don't know what we're doing anymore. But what we'll do is we'll just shoot these in the rear. The elephants will finish them off. There we go. That's the Clibinari gone. And with that, we'll hopefully be fine. I'm just hoping chaos is enough to win this battle. Really not paying that much attention since the mass routes occurred. Mass routes kind of for both armies, really. Hard to... that's doing our job for us. Excellent work. Okay, love it. I love it. What's left for them? This Clibinari here we're just going to try and shoot down if we get the chance. Okay, chariot ahoy over here just to try and intercept them. And lots of ballistas probably murdering our own units is possibly why we had all the routes. I suspect there were some ballista bolts taking out our own units, and elephants are very, very big targets when it comes to ballista bolts. So a bit of a shame we're not going to take out all of it, but most of them are gone. Most of them are gone. What an utter pile of chaos and nonsense. It is marvellous. Plenty of elephants have gone down here, by the way. Fortunately, the game isn't quite enough to model the fact that it's probably ballista shots taking them out, because I failed to see how this many elephants probably got shredded for so few of their enemies. This bit I understand, that's the Clibinari, but over here it's just a big pile of our elephants, and I suspect it was these reinforcements over here who maybe caused that problem for us. So, okay, well, they're still fighting this battle, fair enough. They got some heavy spearmen to kill. Mountain slingers are indeed going to charge us down, so we will try and actually, you know, finish off the battle where we can. They're running amok. There's not much I can do about that. But hey, we'll mop them up as much as we possibly can. I do have some headhunting maidens at the rear there who were doing a great job until they got routed by their own ballistas, and that's the story I'm going to stick with, to be honest. And I suspect it is very likely to be true. I have to watch the footage back and see if there are any ballista bolts coming in, but it was utter carnage, and that's really what we want at this point of the campaign. Amazonian archers to stand here on the hill thinking, you know, they had a great shot, perhaps as supporting fire. They don't have that much range, to be honest. They're not super long range. There's an awful lot of running amok going on, and I just really hope that it isn't, meaning that we end up dead here. So let's just make sure we keep the general safe. Not that I particularly care about this general, but we'll run on down into these guys anyway. Blow the horn of destiny, sir. And with that, that's amusing timing, because I really thought that I didn't even realise there was any enemy king still on the field. But I'll take that. Thank you, Mr. Ballista. So yeah, just the moment I pressed the button of the Horn of Destiny, I thought that might have actually been us losing someone, but it's all absolutely fine. There's some more of our chariots just shooting down the last of the spearmen. That's a way to die, isn't it? Absolutely lambasted by ballista bolt. Okay, most of what's left is currently inside these random mark elephants, so I think all units at this point need to just deal with those spearmen over there. Apart from you, Mr. General, you go and deal with those Kurdish javelin. You're pretty close, and we can finish them off. We won't worry about the running amok stuff too much. We'll just see what's left. It's not going to be very much, to be honest. There goes the battle, and now it enters the coward chase. So if we just make sure we stay away from our own units. Yep. Okay. Lovely stuff. 40% lost. 90% of them. That might just be the city, you know. And if you want to see some of the stats, 152 from our general. Amazon infantry didn't do anything, as we know. But Roxolani elephants causing chaos as ever. Headhunting maidens taking on the chunky stuff. And ballistas, yeah, that's plenty of casualties inflated. And with that, Vickers Samate has gone down. We'll exterminate that. And do we have more rebels? No, we don't. How we don't have more of those rebels, I will never know. Conningham is back under siege, which is kind of upsetting actually, because I've done a lot of work to make that rebel, but they're just going to give it up immediately. It's a bit of a shame. How are they looking these days? It's been rebelling for like 4 turns now. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh well, it is what it is. I might actually go and grab Colonial Dacia because it's on my border now and I might as well link things up, I suppose. But what we probably need to do is have a look at how this army is coping after all of that nonsense. Alright, not a lot left of the Ballista army, perhaps unsurprisingly. So we'll just grab that force. It's a full stack. That's fine. We'll just send some of you into the town. How are we doing, by the way? Low tax rate will probably just about get us there. Yeah, once they've got an execution square back, I'm sure they'll feel right at home. Okay, you keep moving. Keep taking this stupid army with you. We do have some reinforcements who can make it around. There's a chariot here. Some headhunting maidens can come join the fun. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you join up together and we'll send you off to join the war. As for the rest of it, I don't know if we bother with worrying about the Berbers, but you know, we've got stuff to deal with them. We do have this chap over here, of course. Maddie's the Handsome does need to come join the fun, so we'll make sure to do that before we finish up. But okay, things looking pretty solid overall. Because the AI doesn't learn, they're going to take us on just across from the river. Sadly, not a proper bridge battle like I would have wanted, but oh, actually, they do have a fair number. Well, this is a ripped apart force, isn't it, from a previous battle, I guess. But there are still a few missiles in there just to be wary of. Nonetheless, we've got the elephants this time. Let's take them down. This is going to be messy, I suppose. We'll probably just go for a charge and see what happens. We'll let them kind of wander a little bit towards us. Just going to get my dear Amazonian friends just out to this flank. They can be with their charioted foes, or sorry, well, I was going to say friends. No, they are foes, clearly by that. Just some beef with them. She's come around for a second go. Oh, and a third. Right, this is just rude now. If I could put you down, I would. Okay, well, that chariot's just got a little bit lost. So we'll see what happens with them. Ballistas can just try and get onto that flank over there immediately. And that's some cataphracts. What do you want to do with the cataphracts? Just take them down, please. Just take them down. Clibinari and Levy Spearmen just charge those with the general. Okay. Headhunting maidens, not a huge pile of them this occasion. Let's watch a little bit of this nonsense. They're getting ripped apart. You know what, chariots? You can just come in, get involved, because there's plenty enough of you to come and do that. There we go. And, okay, that's the cataphracts dealt with. Ballistas, get yourself running that way. We're not letting them get away this time, okay? No one's going to get away. Right, you, get on the general, please. In fact, generals, come and join that party. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Those horses, pin them, and you do a bit of mopping. Let's get in the rear, please. Elephants, finish them off, and this whole army is falling to pieces pretty much immediately. Get the ballistas just to keep running, because they're probably going to cause us lots of problems right about now. So, there we are, just piling everyone into that. I think now, chariots, mop them up, mop them up. You can probably focus on those Clibinari who need to go down. Generals are just doing the general's work, which is excellent stuff. And yeah, just to get on top of them. It's really just this guy who needs to go down. They're pretty surrounded at this point. They're shooting some missiles over at some Amazonian chariots. I guess you will pick them off doing that, but you're going to get yourself murdered too. These immortals are holding pretty nicely on this occasion. Getting chopped, but not quite finished off. Down they go, though. There they are. Oh, marvellous. Right, at this point, you need to stop. We've pretty much lost all the ballista chariots at this point. It's a Gower chase, so let's get moving and hunt them all down. These are kind of ridiculous battles, aren't they? Yeah, they've got some spearmen down there, but they'll shoot them. That's absolutely fine. Amazonians might have done something on this occasion. Not really the ideal battle for them, is it? But hey ho. We'll see how we look on the campaign map after that, but that's another army dealt with. No more reinforcements for that city. Only a few casualties being healed here, mostly for chariots, which is kind of unsurprising. 448 kills to 53. We'll take it once again. It's a new turn, and Maddies the Handsome has found his way all the way over to Tingy. The gates are actually open. No, they're not. Actually, the gates will be open when we smash them down with an onager. Fine. As for their army, well, we basically only have ballistas and some onagers. We don't really have much to take the city, but we probably have enough because it is, to be honest, quite a small force over there. As for this Berber force, well, we just kind of gone around them and we'll make our way over to that city in time. We've got war with them, of course, and as for everything else, they actually are sending an army over to me. I thought they were about to attack anyway. So there we are. They had this coming. Absolutely, they did. Now, yes, I had noticed this guy wandering around the desert. Might just make sure we build up a few forces here just to be safe, I guess. A little bit perplexed about the fact that this situation's even occurring, but hey ho, it is what it is. I've been ignoring them for a fair while. Now, more importantly on this occasion is this army is finally ready to go. And by this army I mean, what the hell even is this? Colonia Dacia, I mean, it has a wooden wall, so we actually can knock it down with the elephants. So that will work, and we'll plough in there. So we've got a few battles just lined up to finish off the campaign's work. So the Vicus Van Dali over here, gates are open. I never actually built any rams. If the gates are open, do I want to do that? Probably not immediately, although I only actually have 2 rams available to me. So we'll just get the 2, and I don't actually have any other way of using them. So there we are. Still trying to make things rebel, but the Slavs have turned up over here at Campus Marcomanni, as are the Franks, who could just walk into this town right now, but they haven't done it. So yeah, 65% are not rioting. God knows why. It's a mess. 80% not rioting. God only knows why. And at long last, this one's rioting 65%. I don't know. It is just completely nonsensical what it is. 60%. So, oh yeah, we're also besieging Marseille. I forgot about that. We've been doing this for a while. Arles is also being attacked like that. We'll just walk into here. I'm not too worried about that one. There we go. Exterminate that, and we'll build a pub. And they'll all be friends with us again. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we'll just get that all retrained. That'll be no issue whatsoever. But I'd like this to rebel, just so that the border here is a little bit more simple to deal with. Okay, so that'll be us and the Berbers. No issue about that. Otherwise, I feel pretty darn safe. We will take a good look at the map in a few turns' time when we just finish off the last couple battles. So we've got kind of Dacia over here that we need to deal with. We've got Vicus Van Dali we need to deal with. And of course, he will just keep a quick eye on Maddies the Handsome's grand old adventures across Africa. On which note, it looks like we're going to have to deal with this right now because there are some reinforcements coming in, and to be honest, with our ballistas and no archers, this should be quite amusing, to be honest. So they'll come on in. If these guys, if the actual city force is pulled out of the city, that makes this all the simpler. So, oh well, Berbers, time for you to die. So this should be an intriguing one. They are coming on into the battlefield right in this corner here. And normally I wouldn't necessarily corner fight, but there's this huge rock pinning them in, and I do have an onager, so splatty splat perhaps? That sounds fun to me, and we also have the ballistas, so we're going to do that immediately. So in comes the splatting. Excellent stuff. I think we should probably bring the Amazonian chariots back here, actually. I think we might as well. They're actually a fair while away, so we'll bring these other units over here. And are you going to walk straight into that shot? Ooh, a couple of you got clipped, but didn't quite walk into it. Right, Paula is screaming as well. How are these guys feeling? They're probably not feeling great, are they? No. Berbers are terrible enough, let alone when we're making the battle like this. Okay, ballistas, ballistas, ballistas. You get out of there and you stop shooting. Mountain men can be dealt with by Paula. That'll be magnificent. Charge into them. Mountain men you really think could deal with Paula, but I don't think so. No, they run at the very sight of her. Excellent stuff. Yeah. So, ballistas, ballista, ballista chariots. You need to get yourself over here, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, so you just get on top of that desert chief to make sure he doesn't get away. General, oh dear, we don't need you shooting anymore, sir. We don't need you shooting anymore. Paula can just try and kill him if at all possible. But yeah, at this point is just a mess in the corner. This chariot really doesn't like hunting them down. Down he goes. It's hard to recognise him when he's wearing absolutely no armour. It's very strange to me. I'm not really used to that situation. Oh well, so where's the rest of the force who actually came to take me on? Because that's the force from the city. That's almost entirely gone. Archers just about made it away there, but yeah, I don't think they're in a very good situation. So you go and shoot what you like over it. No, not in this direction. Let's finish this off first. There we go. Now you can shoot what you like over in that direction. So stop where you are, and we'll get reorganised. In come some Moorish raiders. That's amusing, isn't it? So we're going to send some rocks in. Maybe send some fire in towards them, actually. Oh, that looks like a decent hit. Might just conk someone on the noggin. Okay, you know what? Yeah, if they're the way back there, then just go and do that. Chariots, run away, actually. Get these two chariots to come on in and support you, because that's slightly problematic, actually. So, a few shots coming into this one. That one's running away. That's perfect. That's just what you want to see. You continue shooting at them. You're in trouble. Get out of there. Okay, they're routed. They're routed. They're routed. They normally do rout just around the time that you reach them. So that's great. Send them over there. We're going to grab our chariots once again and get them into position, which just cause them lots and lots of chaotic nonsense. Okay, yeah, you get on top of them. That will be perfect. Chariots can just settle themselves over on that flank, and we can get back into Onanger, who, by the way, is Screeching Women. So it's basically bonus Screeching Women. These don't have the Screeching ability, I'm afraid. These screech with fire, damn it. Okay, so maybe go off fire, but I would be quite happy if you were to, yeah, just land some shots in where you can manage it. Camel Raiders probably ones need to go down. They're the ones who could cause these chariots a problem. I said about the missiles causing a problem for the Chariot Ballista, but actual basic cav really does a pretty darn powerful job on them as well, if they can catch them. Which, they're just as quick, but they're a bit clunky, aren't they? So, yeah, that can sometimes cause a problem. Okay, I think Screeching Women can just start running forward. I think the chariots, I mean, they're trying to intercept Amazonian chariots, which is not necessarily a great plan, because it normally means you flee, to be honest. So then they can just shoot them, you can take on them, and Mr. General, you can deal with those guys. Very nice, the handsome lad is going to have a great day, and I think, to be honest, we can probably call them off at this point. We can probably call these guys off at this point. Actually, no. Keep shooting them. That's kind of fun. There we go. Steve's dead. And with that, victory and glory is pretty much assured now. We'll just send them in for some hand-to-hand. That'll be absolutely fine, because we are just slightly accidentally clipping the our units here from behind, which is a bit of a shame. Amazonian v Amazonian chariots causing lots and lots of chaos. 3 kills only. 3 kills only. That is magnificent. For some reason, we've not actually been allowed to walk into the city we were sieging, and they get to attack us with a second force. Now, I still think there's a fair chance we'll win, but this is less ideal than I envisaged. Okay, how many Berbers can go down to this tiny, tiny force? Who knows? Well, I guess we'll find out. There's him. because of the sheer amount of numbers that they have, we need to be very careful here to not get these ballistas picked off early by cav or by archers. So we just need to make sure, there are plenty of Hillman javelins as well, we just need to make sure that we use our ammo pretty well. We should have a good enough pile of ammo, so I'm not worried in that regard. But yeah, they are split up right now, and that's actually pretty good news. So pull these back. We are going to shred them as they come towards us. They are not in good formation, and that is what we want to see. There's Equite Veterinario I need to go down though. So we're going to swing around to that side, and hopefully we'll be good. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. Hillman over there, once again, they're not able to get themselves in the formation they want to, which is ideal for us. The more and more damage we can cause and then move in, the better. But there are a few missiles coming in at this stage. Moorish Raiders. That's the generals. Let's just get on top of him with the general and see if we can pick them off. We need to be shooting into. Where are the missiles coming from? There are some somewhere. There are some archers over there. Busolari have no range, not worried about them. Moorish Raider, Berber Lancer, Equite Vetinari. Yeah, not seeing too many of those. Just get yourselves in, get yourselves in. They're gone, they're gone. Okay, that's good. He has no worth at all. He will die. Okay, so we picked them off. That's great news. Those Berber Axemen are very quick, by the way. If there's one thing that the Berbers have on their side, it is being quick. So we'll just have to bear that in mind. Those Berber Axemen are okay, actually, as well. I seem to recall they were the only unit that were worth anything. Vetinari need to be dealt with. That's a route for us, but not doing terribly. Not doing terribly. Let's just move the general around a little bit. We need to use these units to support us as much as possible here. So, get us into a flank. That's nice. Okay. They ran us a little bit quicker than I had hoped, but what do you want to do? Who do we need to hit with the Oninger? Someone who's just going to rout, really. So I would say, let's see... Oh, Desert Cavalry over there. We need them dealt with. Let's get the general coming over in this direction. And, yeah, we might need these. We're going to run in a corner here if we're not careful, though. Going to very quickly find ourselves running in a corner. So, we've got ourselves Berber Axemen. Berber Axemen. I need these chariots to get themselves around here. I need them to do some shooting. I think we just got a really nice, almost a big hit. Not quite. Okay, Desert Cav. Paula's in here. Okay, they're going to put a charge in here. We need to get you. No, you just need to get over here. You need to get over here and support us ASAP. You shoot them. Get on top of them and then pile across. We need this dealt with right now. We need to just win this front and I think we'll be fine. That's a rout. This is actually the most like jeopardy we've had in a long time, actually. I kind of like it. Okay, so in we go, in we go, in we go. Chariots are broken and that's excellent news. Where do we need these chariots next? There are some hillmen. Technically spear? Do they have spear advantage? I can't remember. Get the general back up here. That'll be perfect. Okay, good. Good. We've got them routing a little bit. It's going to be a little bit tricky to finish them off. If I can get these archers in the rear, that'll be magnificent, actually. You go and pick them off. That's what we want to see. Okay, yeah, deal with those hillmen. They're getting absolutely slaughtered. Deal with them. They do have javelins. Let's be really careful about that. Chariots are hopefully just going to rip apart that entire line. They're reloading. Desert Cavalry do have missiles as well, so bear that in mind, Thomas. They are causing you issues right now. Chariots are potentially getting overstretched here. Potentially overstretched. They are causing breaks. I need... Yeah, actually, no, they need to get over here. They need to get over here. They're firing missiles. Just run down the hill at them, please. Run down the hill at them. General's just chasing that cav away. Get yourselves back into the battle, please, General. And they are largely fleeing, but It's a little bit of a confusing one to see exactly what the scenario is right now. So let's just get you down into those mountain men. That'll be perfect. Those Berber Lancers are charging, but we just actually need to get those guys in this direction at this stage. There's some more hillmen. They're going to turn. We'll just turn back into the Moorish Raiders. They're pretty pathetic. And we'll let our handsome lad do the job. That's the Warlord fleeing once again. And we'll lead these back into these chariots who are going to charge them and finish them off. And we'll just leap around into those archers because they need to go down. Get Paula into them as well. They might be coming for a second charge here, but I think we've now got them on the run, which is what we want. No more fire, please. Don't want you catching the general. That would be a bit of a disaster in the old plan here today. Chariots, just you kept them busy. That's fine. But yeah, there we are. They're broken as well. Get everyone in here. Berber Axemen, not really ideal for you, sir. But I think we've largely got this under control. There we are. That's the route. I mean, Berbers. They have so many troops here, and they're just failing to pick us off. I mean, I have such vulnerable troops in this position as well with these here chariots, but no, I think we've got it now. Who's actually still not broken? You, Mr. Moorish Raiders. That's fine. We'll get you dealt with. You're going to put those mountain men. They're a little bit far away. They could cause us some problems. Those hillmen, just shoot at them, please. You run them down. You run them down. So a boulder come past them. They tried, but they failed miserably. It's quite marvellous. Yep. Doesn't really matter how many of these get away, because I guess they can't get in the town. We're besieging it, although it's currently empty, of course. God knows what's going on, but it looks like a victory to me. God knows how that should even be possible with such flimsy units, but there we are. We did it. 844 kills. Nice to have a little bit of jeopardy on this occasion, but victory is ours. And with that, the map is looking more and more blue, and I think we might be in trouble over here, actually. Did we just adopt someone? Not over here, sadly. Okay, low tax rate. Okay, we can hold. We can hold. It's probably fine. A few turns down the line, and it is the final stand for the Sassanids. They are sallying for this is their faction heir, their faction leader. They have, well, a fair few Clibinari, but they've been whittled down by time. I thought we'd let them do a sally. We didn't manage to get our sally battle in a previous episode, so watch them run out to us and get completely slaughtered. Let's head in. Here they are then, their last bolt hole, their last terrible, terrible city for us to take out. And it's the peasants who lead the charge, as ever it would be, in some lovely pyjamas, actually. They are not quite the traditional pyjama men, but it looks slam the door behind them. Yes, it is quite a nice little shirt get-up they've got over there. Okay, we are rearranging ourselves quite hastily here into ballista chariots at the front, of course, just to make sure we can blast them down. Elephants are rearranging on the side of those, with the Amazonian chariots on the Y flanks. The other guys in behind, and we'll just see how all of that goes. Now, if they're going to just stand there and get themselves organised, then yeah, we'll get ourselves in position, and then we'll move this little arc forwards, because to be honest, I'd quite like to be shooting them right now. So let's just get ourselves a little bit closer to them. A bit awkward actually when you're doing this. Ruddy Nora, it's a little bit awkward for us. Right, let's plough forward with this. There we go. Oh, now someone's to charge now that I'm in position. Thank you. Utter numpty. Now the Clibinari will obviously do a load of damage as ever they do. Oh, oh, that is amazing. It's absolutely spectacular. I love it. They are getting slaughtered, and these chariots are just going to stand here. You're just going to stand here. Just going to stand here. Wow, they've actually held. No, they didn't. They didn't quite. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. They always managed to hold to the very last. It's kind of amusing. Okay, what do we want to do? Some Clibinari over there. We'll go send these units to go and clear them out. Actually, it's really the headhunter's job, isn't it? Yeah, go send the headhunters to do that. That's the headhunter job. You can just charge in for a moment just to keep them busy, but apparently you've routed instantly. Well done. Not particularly impressive, ladies, but whatever. We'll send the headhunters to go and do a headhunter job. Fair enough. Reasonable, I would suggest. Send these two into here. I might just send this one out to that rear position. Let's get the elephants to plough in a little bit, actually. Yeah, that's right. Get into here. And they're gone. Okay, that's fine. You can head into there as well. We might not quite manage to win this. No, we aren't. We're getting the routes. We're getting the route. We're getting the route. Absolutely fine. All of you plough on top of that immortal. That's one of the generals, presumably the factionaire. Yep, I think the factionaire might be going down indeed. There goes Daravayahu, who is gone. Gone and gone, lost and gone. Okey poke. Elephants, just keep on running. Keep on running. You can ram down the gate one way or another, and we'll get it to open. So they can open the gate for us. Thank you very much. It's really, really kind of you. They decided that was a terrible idea. Oh, it was a terrible idea, so they shut the gate. Nope, they reopened it. Back in we go, Ellie. Oh. Oh, you don't see that too often. That was excellent. I love it. No, we're headhunting maidens. Can't quite take out the faction leader. That's reasonable, to be honest. There's a massive chunk of the toughest unit in the game, really. We're doing a good job to still be fighting this long. 30 against 17. You know what? They might still do it. They might still just get this over the line. They have been absolutely magnificent. Not quite enough to finish on this occasion, but fair enough. Fair enough, faction leader. You put up a good fight there. You know what? You get to fight our generals now. You actually get to fight our generals. I'm going to pull the Amazonian chariots out of here. This is actually kind of near enough their home territory. But no, our leader is going to run in herself and finish them off. Elephants are just going to go and capture the plaza. Go and take out those peasants, please. And yes. Okay, well, we're not quite at the final battle yet. Wow, the general's really leading from the front on this occasion. And, yeah, chopping them down. But yeah, while this general isn't the most powerful hand-to-hand, they certainly do a good enough job when you throw them in to finish something off. But they're a pretty good missile unit. There we go. Shot him down right on key. Thank you, ladies. I'm pleased with that. And yeah, chase them down. Don't let them escape. Elephants are going to continue to finish this off, but there we are. Yeah, Headhunting Mania not quite doing enough to finish them off, but they took out a lot of Clibinari and faction leader just a touch too tough on this occasion. But Mounted Paula over there doing an excellent, excellent bit of work. As for the rest of this, are they gonna... yeah, we're just chasing them down. They're gonna give us the invitation into the city. Oh, we got a horse through, and with that we get more through. Wow, we just did that twice in one battle. Well done, everyone involved. I'm pleased about that. So elephants are going to continue to struggle through these streets. They're quite tight, aren't they? Come on, elephants. This should be like perfect for you, to be honest. I do like these units. It's been nice to add some extra things into this series. Wasn't really expecting to add this much, to be honest. The Amazonian infantry was kind of initially just planned to be it, just give me one extra bit of infantry, but oh no, it's been great. There is a guide for that as well. At the time of this release, I'm not sure actually if that would have been out yet or not. Probably not, but I'm not entirely sure. I think I still have a bit of editing to do actually. So either way, there will be a video to show you how you can do this kind of thing, move units from DLC or the base game to this, and also to create your own units entirely. And oh, it is nice to have these here on the battlefield. Clibinari Immortals are here. The General has pretty much arrived at this point to come help finish it off. You said by running away, you get to get killed by the elephants, by the way. Is that an honour? I'm not sure. But Pape, that is not their god, is it? Come on, take him down. There's two, so they're actually going for that one first, aren't they? Ridiculous. Okay, well, take care of Steve, will ya? Taking their time, down they go. Alright, well, that's the end of the Sassanid 2. Okay, they're quite a big empire. It's nice to see a big chunky enemy that we really had to plough through to win this campaign, but in the end it must be said our units have done a good job of taking them out, particularly, as I say, those headhunters doing marvellous work. The ballista chariots were fun, okay, they definitely do help, but I think we had them without. The realising the headhunters were that powerful against their generals was a big, big boon for us. I still don't think we have an infantry unit who can stand and chunk, to be honest. We have plenty that can break through units like those, well, the dismounted axes. I kind of like that. there we are. That is the end of the Roxolani. No, it's not the end of this campaign yet. No, we have one more battle to do. But it's the end of the Sassanids. Well, we prepare for our final battle of the series, and we're just going to head and clone a Dacia. It's been sitting here for a long time, but we do need to just unite the two sections of this empire. Grand, vast empire. One that, by the way, might well be under the attack of the Slavs soon enough. They haven't attacked the Romans yet. They've been floating around here for a little while. They've just made a sudden movement, so they'll probably be over the bridge in about 5 turns' time, judging by how stupid hordes generally are. Now, okay, we've continued to try to get these to rebel. It's not happening, but it has meant that the Romans are very weak on all of these border towns. They're just sitting there with destroyed cities. Any general who comes in normally dies, although I've lost quite a lot of my assassins in recent turns to my own assassins being killed. Nonetheless, you know, we're doing a fairly good job of dealing with that. Maybe we'll do... We could always consider a live stream to follow up this series. The only problem potentially is that the game does crash a lot when you load a battle at the start. It doesn't actually break X in the battle almost ever, once or twice, and it's pretty stable otherwise. But yes, probably would be a few times of reloading the game immediately for a live stream. That'd be fine, to be honest. But we could potentially, if we feel like there's an epilogue, maybe do an epilogue episode, or indeed a live stream for this. I think there's more things we could do, but I think we're kind of at its natural end point. The Slavs could be good fun. We could continue our adventure up to Britannia with good old Magias over here, who of course the city has been named after at this point. But of course, actually to complete his his parents' vision, we need to go and take over Dimity first. So into Dimity we go, exterminate that, and I can add to the long list of factions destroyed currently going on this turn. Berbers destroyed, Sassanids destroyed, Vandals destroyed. They're all dead, all of them. It's absolutely excellent. So just slaughter everyone, and that'll be perfect. So we'll just wander a little bit further, get a watchtower down as ever we would, and get moving. So with that, this is all looking pretty darn magnificent. So final thing then, head on into Colonia Dacia to just link up the Empire. There's some actual decent units here, of course. Goth Raiders, pretty nice. Goth Warriors, Goth Horse Archers, but they'll soon be dead. Let's head in. In we go then for the final battle, and it's Elephants Ahoy at the front. Of course, they need to take out the wall. They will take some excellent shots with their bows en route to the town, and yeah, there's probably a few units just standing there getting shot. Excellent, there are, which is exactly what we want. Flaming arrows! Oh god, that's actually really bad, isn't it? Let's try and push them back before that becomes a problem. So yeah, maybe shoot them as much as we can. That would be excellent. Okay, so we are sending elephants forwards. That's very nice to see. Gothic warriors over there being shot down. As long as the raiders are not shooting us a fire, we'll be fine, because we really could do with, you know, not having all of our elephants running amok. That would be a disaster. This unit being shot in the back, the Ostrogoths, well, one of our former campaigns, of course. The Ostrogoth units being gunned down by bows. That makes perfect sense to my mind. Okay, so with them going down, we should be in a fairly good position here to crack down the walls. We've got ourselves one of the larger barbarian towns here. Some excellent wooden structures. I like some of the things they added in Barbarian Invasion in terms of the city aesthetics. It's just a shame that some of these plazas are an utter nightmare. This big wider square here is a bit wonky, to say the least, and actually these two side streets are sometimes quite interesting for battles, so we shall see in time. There's the gateway. No video. Did I miss that? I don't know. Anyway, let's just make sure we run some people in before we have any issues. So run forward, elephants. Run forward, my friends. In come their Gothic warriors. Come on. Come on. Get yourself through that front gate. Keep on ploughing forward. Get all the way through to those warriors. That'll be perfect. Not very happy about this, are they? Right. Get your charge on, lads. Get your charge on. And okay, I think we're doing alright. Gothic warriors are not particularly happy right now. There goes the next bit of wall. Excellent. And then I assume the other one is just following behind. There we go. So, all my elephants. Grab those. They've been a nice late addition. I wasn't really planning on it. It was actually one of the comments that kind of, alerted me to the idea of doing elephants. So, an excellent suggestion as ever. Elephants are always welcome, of course. Not sure we necessarily needed elephants. Oh no, they're running amok. Oh no. Right, other elephants, get out of there. Other elephants, get out of there. Let's just make sure we're not going to run down our own, actually. Let's just make sure we're not running down our own. Get all our Amazonian chariots in here immediately. Yeah, I thought the archers might be part of the problem in this battle. Indeed, they are proving to be so. But running amok inside a city is... Thomas, you specifically didn't want to send people in because of the running amok. Get them out. Get them out. They're going to run amok as well. No. And of course, we're having an absolute riot here from our own units. Excellent. Well, if that's... I mean, running amok is very much the way that this campaign was going to end, wasn't it? We are just creating nonsense all over the battle map at this stage. Fine. We need to, work around these who are now just standing in the way of our entrance, which is mildly irritating. Let's send in the next elephants. Come on, send in the next ones. I think we're largely okay now. I say largely because these ones are getting awfully close to, taking down our own elephants, which would be slightly embarrassing. But it looks like we're finally managing to enter the city. And the Amazonian chariots proving themselves to be, well, we know they're excellent in auto-resolve, but you see how much they do get ripped apart if you get them stuck. I mean, chariots are kind of, boom or bust, aren't they? And very much seeing that with these units. Very good, but maybe not quite as OP as you might think they are. They are what they are, which is monstrous, not monstrosities, which is chariots. So we'll get them into the city. As for our generals, it's probably time for some of them to go and join the party. These are especially important generals, so I'm quite happy just to send them in. And I think the ballistas... they can come forward. We'll do something with them. Don't you worry about that. We'll put them on to fire at will at this point. But yes, we're going to get them to... I'm going to tell them to do some melee, but I don't know that they'll ever manage that. We'll see how all of that goes. All right. Where are we at now? Where are we at? Some chariots swinging around this corner. We are mostly piling on towards the plaza at this point, or whatever the actual movement range of this particular area of land is. Who ruddy well knows. So all units, let's just all units get onto that warlord. That'll be fine. We'll work it out from here. Ballistas are now shooting, which is probably going to cause all of our units to get brutally murdered, which is perhaps not a surprise to anyone who's ever seen this channel. So chariots ahoy. Ballista chariots in the middle of all of this is a terrible, terrible decision, but we're going to continue with it anyway. Excellent stuff. You get yourselves moving into these guys. Oh yes. So yeah, I would say there are some nice units here between the classic units that we used at the start of this campaign. I'm very glad that we did add some units. I think it added a lot of freshness to the second half of the campaign. And whilst we still have plenty to do on the map, I think it made the game far more interesting. Although I do think the units were very fun to use in the first half of the campaign as well. Plenty of useful ones. Lacking in armour, and noticeable on the Barbarian invasion, because a lot of them do have armour. So, but I would say some very nice work overall, some very nice work by them. They're actually pretty good units by and large. I can't say I have too many arguments. My Virgin Spears are pretty useless. But actually the cavalry version of those, we haven't seen for a little while. But the cavalry version of those are actually very good, the Virgin Spear Cav. Obviously the Ham Horse Archers, always fun to use the Horse Archers. I haven't seen them so much recently. Been more just mass amounts of generals, to be honest, have been doing that particular job. Down goes that general, and ballistas. Let's just make sure everyone apart from the ballista is over there, okay? Get yourselves away. Let the ballistas get themselves into this position. That will be magnificent. Yeah, it seems like this general just wants to get himself killed in the most stupid way possible. So we'll just shoot our ballistas in at this point, and I think we're probably mostly shooting our own. All these arrows are definitely us, by the way. Almost certainly they are us. But it's fine. It's an absolute maelstrom of nonsense, and I think we can just send some in to go finish the job. So, elephants agog, and yes, what a marvellous campaign. It's been fun. It's been very novel. I've not, as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen anyone else doing any female only. It's just nice to give them a good run out, really, because they always felt a bit gimmicky by and large. Well, maybe those headhunting maidens, they were always quite a good unit. But even then, people sometimes look at them like a gimmick. Their low armour, or relatively low armour, does make them get seen a little bit like, you know, that they're just for the fun of it. But they are very, very effective. I know the Screeching Women, the Paulers, not in this battle sadly, but the Paulers have been amazing this campaign. Down goes the General. Excellent stuff. But yeah, the Paulers have obviously been excellent, particularly in that early part of the campaign where we just needed any infantry, and they did a surprisingly good job. I mean, they have power, and with the morale debuffs, of course, really made a big difference. We piled on the morale debuffs later on in this campaign, of course. Again, how do the ballistas get themselves to be killed? I don't understand. When you're told to go stand over here and use ballistas to shoot in, I don't know how you do it, but apparently they do. So we're going to tell everyone just to run in. I can see ballistas taking their shots at that particular occasion. Finished the last few Goth raiders. But yeah, here we are. Some random rebels get to go down at the end. You get the honour, quite frankly, because all the other factions, they suck. Steve, you're the last man to go down to these great, great warrior women. Look at them, all cheer. Absolutely glorious. Plenty of unnecessary deaths in this battle. Who can argue that we don't deserve it? Apparently the game wants to argue we don't deserve it because I had to reload and auto-resolve because the game crashed. So just to remind me at the very end of this campaign about my game crashing, what it does mean is there's a few more ballista chariots alive and well, which is magnificent. So we'll go plonk down a watchtower over here. Why ever not? Plonk down another one over hither, because why not? But I think at this point we can quite happily... Wow, this is miserable, isn't it? Absolutely miserable. How is the religion? Not Christian for one. That probably hasn't helped everyone trying to do anything in this town. Okay, we'll get more pie, get some pie, and Great Hall. Wooden Wall helps. Execution Square. Oh, that's nice. They managed to build an execution square while they were here. That's excellent news. Okay, well, we'll have that under control before too long. Glenadacia is already much, much happier under Roxolani control. Well, it's been a grand old campaign. I think we had an excellent start to this, because whenever you do decide to hoard, you really just need to, you need to think it through quite carefully in many ways. The main problem I had was just having to tank a few turns of basically getting the religion just to change around, because there was maybe one or two of these that were Christian. So that did cause an extra little problem for me. But that aside, you know, I'd say we had an excellent start, managed to capture ourselves a really good bit of territory. Nice and well defended, really. We managed to build up our power base and move on from there. And at this point, well, we've taken over so much of the world that really matters that we could go on and finish it all at this point, but I don't know what real challenges are left remaining. The Slavs, though, Slavs could be something, as I say, we see in epilogue or in a live stream. Who knows about that? But I think we can probably call this for now. Let's not forget Biuka's Rest, the great, great journey all the way around this map. Excellent stuff. Maybe we need to... Maybe there's a campaign in there somewhere about starting in the corner and just getting a single character to make his way through every single region. Let's just blockade some darn ruddy Romans to finish off the campaign, because I'm fed up with them, quite honest. If I'm quite honest with you, if we do a live stream, we'll just go and demolish all of Spain. I think that'll be the plan. But for now, I think it is best to leave you. It's been absolutely magnificent. Some nice new units joining the roster. Some classic Paulers that everyone loves. And if we go just have a quick look at Constantinople, yes, we can see most of the roster in action here. Amazon Infantry, nice to add in. They've been versatile. I enjoy them. It's been great having yeah, the bodyguard being able to be hired up like that. They're 2 turns, not 3. They're quite a bit weaker than most people's generals, so I'm happy enough with the slight cheaper version for me. Headhunting maidens, god damn, they're great. Ham, the Virgin Cav. No, I mean, even the basic units are pretty darn good. And the Indian female archers, just keeping everyone under control in all of our cities. Nice, cheap garrison unit. I love it. Well, who can argue that this hasn't been a grand campaign? I always love Barbarian Invasion. It is magnificent. In case you're worried about what series is next, we will have some historical battles, of course, as I like to do in between series these days. And after Medieval 2, I won't say what, but certainly we'll be looking at Medieval 2 because we've got Rome in the live stream series. But for now, I will leave you. I am Thomas, this is To Nose the Human, and this has been our Roxolani female-only campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye. No! Not again! How did you lose to the archers? Anyone who's already got children, they've just been killed. Filthy pilchards, the lot I am. Oh, Steve! You were the best of all the Steves. Rum pum pa 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 pa.